you were asked to solve 4 times parentheses x minus 5 squared equals 9. You guys should recognize this looks very close to vertex form. And we're solving by the square root method. So the student wrote it down, and at least this student did something. They did erase x minus 5, x minus 5. You could, here's one way of solving the problem. You could do something like this. I think it would be a lot of work. You can multiply those out, subtract 9, distribute the 4. Well, multiply, distribute the 4, subtract 9, and then you have a quadratic equation. You could use something I haven't taught you, like the quadratic formula, or you could try to factor that standard form. That is possible. Let's see what some other students wrote. This student knew to get rid of this 4, but I think they neglected my chart, because over here in my chart it says you're going to go addition and subtraction first. Now, there is no addition or subtraction behind it, and there's none in front. The math operation here, class, is multiplication, because there is no plus or minus sign. So when you see something right next to it, that is multiplying, so subtracting 4 would be incorrect. But at least the student knew to get rid of that somehow. It's getting better, it's getting warmer. They divided by 4 on both sides. Okay, they got 9/4. And so then they took the square root to get rid of that. They knew, this is good, plus or minus. If you take the square root of 9/4, hopefully you would have gotten 3/2. Does that make sense? Square root of 9 over the square root of 4, and 2 identical numbers that multiply to be 9 are 3, and 2 identical numbers that multiply to be 4 are 2. Let's see what the next student has here. So 3/2 and 1.5 are exactly the same, and then they added the 5. So that is correct. The 5 should be in front, and you should have 5 plus 1.5, which they got 6.5. And 5 minus 1.5 would give you 3.5. So this would be your answer in decimals. And if I went back over here to do this problem by fractions, essentially the same thing, you would just add 5. And class, where does the 5 go? To the left or to the right? Everyone say left. Left. Okay, so x equals 5 plus or minus 3/2. And then you can just change it into the decimal to give you an idea what 3/2 is, such as 1.5. And then you're essentially doing what we did yesterday, like this problem over here. You're just doing 5 plus 1.5 or 5 minus 1.5. Okay?